All right, everybody, welcome back to another beginner HTML video tutorial on coding with Jeff. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to add images to our web page. Okay, so far we have talked about headings, we've talked about paragraphs, we've talked about anchors. And remember, anchors are the clickable links that you see within your content, outside your paragraphs, wherever. Okay? So if this is the first video that you're seeing, I highly encourage you to go back to the beginning of this series and follow along every step of the way. It's going to show you how we got here. Okay, so what we're doing is we're taking notes in the comments of our actual page that we're putting together. That way you'll know how to reconstruct this anytime that you want to. Okay. All right, so let's get cooking with images. What we have here, it looks like a bunch of jumbled mess, but maybe if we add a picture to it, it'll start looking a little bit better. All right, so we are going to go right here below our first subheading, and we're going to add an image. All right, so let's go here and go to a new line, and we'll talk about the image element. Now, to create the image element, we're going to go left angle bracket, IMG for image. Okay. Now, the next thing we're going to need to add is a source. Okay. So we're going to abbreviate that SRC. Okay. And then if you hit the tab key with the SRC highlighted in this little pop-up here, if you hit the tab key, it's going to put you in equals and some quotation marks. All right, so just like the anchor, this is where the address to our image is going to go. All right, so we don't have an image, so we need to go get one. So let's go over to Google. So open up a web browser and just type in anything that you are interested in. I have two pit bulls, so I'm going to type in pit bulls. Okay, and I'm going to go to images. And this one looks pretty happy right here, so let's use him. So what we're going to do is, once you find an image that you want to use, you are going to right click on that image with your mouse, and you are going to go to copy image address. Okay, and you're going to left click on that. So you're going to copy the image address, and you're going to take it back over to your Visual Studio Code, and you're going to go right here in the middle of your quotation marks, and you are going to right click in there and you're going to paste it. Now, for anybody that wants to use a keyboard shortcut, it is hold down Control and press V. I highly recommend that you learn some of these keyboard shortcuts because they're going to help you later down the road. All right. Okay. All right, so now we have our image in here. So what do we need to do? That's right, we need to close this image off. So you might notice that something different happened when we started creating this element versus creating the other elements. Now, when we created the other elements, it automatically popped up and created a closing element for us. Now, if you remember from earlier videos, I talked about the image element briefly, and I said that it is one of the only ones that is self-closing. That means it does not need a closing tag. Like this paragraph here has a closing tag. We don't need one for image, okay? So what we're going to do instead is we're going to put a backslash, and then we are going to put a right angle bracket, okay? And that is going to allow us to put our image into our page. Now, let's say you wanted this image to be bigger or smaller, okay? What we can do is go to the end of our quotation mark right here, and we're going to put a little space, and then we're going to go to width equals, and then it's going to create the quotations for us. And let's say, it looks like it's already at about 400, but let's do 600. You can see it got bigger. Okay, let's do 800 and it's bigger. Let's do 1200 and it's way bigger. All right, let's do 300 and you can see it's way smaller. Let's do 100. Now it's way smaller. Okay, so that is how you can adjust the image width if the default size is off. What you want is a larger image that you can shrink down. You don't want a smaller image that you can increase the size of, because that's going to make it appear pixelated on the page. And you don't want that, because somebody's going to land on your page and they're going to say, oh man, look at this crappy image here that they have. I don't want to even read what they wrote because their image is so crappy, right? So what you want is a large image that you can shrink down. So if you go back over here to Google, you can typically see how large an image is going to be by clicking on it and just going to the web page that it's hosted on, and you'll be able to see it's pretty big. It's pretty good size, so you could shrink that down, and what it would do is increase the resolution, make it a sharper image the smaller that the image size is. Okay, so that is how you put an image into your web page. So let's do that again. This time, let's put one right above where it says new paragraph. So we'll go down here and we'll put one right here. So we'll say IMG SRC equals, and then we've got our quotation marks. Now let's go find us an image. Oh, let's see. Let's check out this dude here. All right, let's right click on it, copy image address, go back over here, Control V, paste it in there, and then we need to put our backslash and our right angle bracket to close this off. Okay, so we can see our new image now appears here. Okay, right where we put it in our content. You can see our paragraph here, image is next, image here, sorry. And then we have our new paragraph, our anchor element, and our subheadings. Okay, so let's go back up here and let's add a note. Let's actually take this, and move it. Let me show you another cool shortcut. So we're going to highlight all of this, and we are going to hold down the Alt key, and we're going to press the up arrow, because right now this is located on the wrong side of this comment, and we need to move it so that the comment goes with the paragraph. Okay, so we're going to Alt and then up on the direction pad, and that's going to move it. Okay, so make sure you're holding down Alt and then press the up arrow key on your keyboard, and that will move it up a line for you. Let's put us a comment right above this image, and we will say, this is an image. Let's see, this is how we insert an image into our page. Okay, simple as that. All right, so again, that's left angle bracket, IMG SRC equals, quotation marks, the source for your image, what link is it hosted at, and then if you want to adjust the size, you can adjust the width here, and then make sure to put a backslash and a right angle bracket to close it. It does not need a closing tag. Okay, you can use as many of these images as you want to. You can adjust the size of them to be where you want them to be. And like I said before, you just want to make sure that it fits on your page, that it looks good, that a user is going to be able to come over to your page and not immediately want to run away because the image you put on there is pixelated and all out of whack and looks crappy, and that makes the rest of your stuff look crappy. So you want to make sure that you have some good image, right? We'll talk about some other things that you can do to images as well when we get to talking about CSS, which is how we're going to style our web page and make it look good. We're going to make it look good, guys. So make sure to keep tuning in to this series. Keep following along. as we explore these different HTML elements, and then we will jump into CSS and start learning how to make everything look pretty. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video.